Hi everyone, myself Priyanka, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Christ College Autonomous Irinyalakuda. We have seen various concepts in theory of computation in the context of mathematical preliminaries. Now we are going to discuss how a data is represented in theory of computation or in computer machines. You have already studied in your data structure classes in previous week or this week. You have studied nonlinear data structures. What do you mean by data structure? Data structure defines a method to represent data. So why we need to study how the data is represented? Because computer is mainly used for as storage and input output processing. For storage, we must represent data in such a way that it will take less space, less speed and more efficient. Okay, so that is why in theory of computation also we must represent data. In theory of computation we mainly use nonlinear data structures, that is graph and trees. You have already studied, or Minimis has already given you video about the nonlinear data structure, that is a general introduction about tree and graph is already heard by you by your miss videos. Now I am going to do a brush up and add some more ideas which is needed in the theory of computation. Sometimes you have already heard that, but I will give a more and more details to it, how the graph is working and what all things you need in graph in theory of computation. About the graph concept in theory of computation, you not need all the theories which is in the data structures about the graph. You need only a general introduction and a general concept about the graph. So we can move to our lecture. Okay, so look at this picture. Look at this picture. You can see a figure that is called what graph, and it is an undirected graph. Why undirected? Because no direction is given by it, so it is called what? Undirected graph. So what do you mean by graph? I can simply say a graph is a structure or a diagrammatic representation which consists of vertices and edges, or nodes and lines. Symbol meaning simply you can say, or simple ways you can say, any diagram that consists of nodes. Nodes means what? This, one second, this is called what? Node. That is, this circle is called node and this called what? Line. So this type diagrammatic representation is called what? Graph. Or this type data storing is called, or arrangement of data is called what? Graph. So in theoretical way, the nodes are called as vertices. Nodes are called as vertices, which is represented by capital V, and lines are called as what? Edges, which is represented as capital E. Okay, so a graph consists of what? Non-empty set of vertices, because if no vertices is here, then there will be no graph. It is a null graph. For example, no vertices, this vertices is not there, this vertices is not there, this vertices, this vert. So if no vertices, no edges will be there, so the diagram will be what? Blank. So what we have to what is the necessary condition to be satisfied? That is, vertices must be non-empty and it must consist of a set of edges and also a map. What do you mean by map? Map means Map means this, that is V1 is connected to V2 by what? Edge E1. So that is called map. So V1 is moving to V2, which are satisfying some condition, isn't it? Otherwise it will not go to V2. So that is called what? Map. Map means how V1 or when you go from one place to another place. For example, if you are going to one place to another place, you can either walk or you can what, go by bus or train, any something. Now lockdown, so no train facilities and plane facilities are limited. So I am just saying an example. So that is called what? Map. How a data, no, in real life, how a play from a place you can go to another place, that is called what? Map. Here from V1 it can go to V2 through the edge E1 if it satisfies some condition, isn't it? For example, if you're doing a Gmail account, creating a Gmail account, in that you can create only if your mobile number details is being entered. If you not entered the mandatory conditions, it will not work and your account will not be created. That is, in the previous state you are not having Gmail account, and next state, here V1 represent, here you are not having a Gmail account, and you are moving to a state V2, that is you are having a Gmail account through edge E1 means through the Gmail platform, that is through the Gmail platform, if and only if what? Your mandatory conditions are being satisfied, that is called what? Map. That is what? That is a linking between one condition and another condition is called what? Map. That is the simple practical sense I am saying. So that's it. So every graph consists of what? A non-empty set of vertices and set of edges, and also a map that assigns every unique unordered pair of vertices. Unordered means undirected, so there is no order. We can say V1 to V2, also we can say V2. For example, V1 to V2, also edge what? Edge we are using E1 as the edge we are using, and V2 to V1 also we are using what? Edge, also E1. This will be changed when you see a directed graph. That is why I am again saying here in undirected graph there is no ordering of vertices. You can take V1 to V2, also you can take what? EV2 to V1, and same edge will be coming up. Okay, that's about the graph. Next is, what is a directed graph? For example, I will draw a directed graph here, V1 to V2. Next is V3. So that's next one. Next one is V4. I have drawn a simple diagram. So here edge E1, here edge E2, here edge E3, here edge E4. Compare it with your previous diagram where we have said that V1 to V2 we have edge what? E1, also V2 to V1, here also we have edge what? E1. But look at here, here it is a direction from V1 to V2 only we have what? Edge E1. That is the main thing. That is, there is no there is no ordering of the pair of vertices. You can take both both, that is V1 to V2, first vertex, second vertex, second vertex, first vertex, same edge will be coming. But in a directed graph there is an ordering is there, which direction it is moving, that direction specifies the edge. Here V2 to V1 there is no edge because arrow is not from V2 to V1. Okay, So a directed graph consists of a non-empty set V vertices and E set. Same like that, but a map which assign a unique ordered pair of vertices. That is, it has an order. If V1 to V2, energy is here, for example, if there is an edge from V2 to V1, it is named differently. For example, it can be E5. That is the main thing you have to say. Same edge is not coming with the either or order of the vertices. Okay. Next one is the degree of the vertex. Degree of the vertex in a graph is the number of vertex V as the end vertex. For example, degree of V1 here, it is 2 because two vertices. For example, one edge is coming to here, also one edge is coming to here. That means the degree of vertex V1 is determined by the number of arrows with V1 as the end vertex. That is, arrow must end with V1. So how many arrows end with V1? That is the degree of V1. Now next, degree of V2. Degree of V2 is on 1 because there is on one arrow coming to V2. Degree of V3, one arrow coming to V3. Degree of V4, 1 because one arrow coming to V4. That is, degree means number of edges with V as that is, number of edges coming to a vertex is called what? Degree of vertex. Another way we can say number of edges coming to the vertex. Number of edges coming to the vertex, that is very important, not going from the vertex. Coming to the vertex is called what? Degree of the vertex. That is, if edges are coming to the vertex, that vertex is called what? End vertex, because here V1 to V2 edge coming, so end vertex is V2. That is, edge coming to a vertex is called what? That vertex is called what? End vertex of a edge. For example, if there is a V1 vertex to V2, to be clear, that I am drawing again E1. So end vertex of this edge is what? V2. If V3 to V4 we have edge, V4 to V3 we have edge, which is the end vertex of here edge E2, which is the end vertex. End vertex is V3. That is, edge coming to which vertex? That vertex is called what? End vertex. Okay, I think you have been clear about the degree of the vertex. Next one, a graph is connected if there is a path between every pair of vertex. That is, which all vertex is we are having, that vertex having edges only, then it says that a graph is connected. For example, this graph is not connected because a graph is said to be connected if we have edges between every pair of vertex. All pair of vertex must have edge. For example, this graph is connected. Okay, next one is circuit of a graph. Circuit of a graph means start from any vertex but end in the same vertex. For example, if you are starting from V1, E1, V2, E2, V3, E3, V4, E4, V1. So that is, from starting from V1, end with V1 with alternate pair of vertices and edges. That is called what? Circuit in a graph. Okay. And the main condition is that starting and ending vertex must be same and edge must be written. That is, EI has VI and VI plus 1 as end vertices, means edge must be written between two vertices, and edge must be like that. We must write in such a way that, for example, look at this, V1, V2, that is VI plus 1, that is I is 1, so V1. Next one, I is 1, so E1. Next is I plus 1, V2. That is EI has Vi and Vi plus 1 as end vertex, and no edge of vertex other than V1 is repeated. So, next thing it says that here V1 can repeat, but no other vertices and edges can be repeated. Okay. So what you meant by circuit in a graph? Circuit in a graph means that start from a vertex. Start from a vertex and move with alternate pair of edges and vertices. For example, V1, then take edge, then take next one. So when you are taking here V1, so edge must be what? E1, and next vertex will be named as EI plus V1 plus 1, that is V2, etc. etc. You must go, and last we must stop here in the starting vertex. We must stop, and no other edges and vertices must be repeated. For example, we cannot put 2v2, that is no other vertices and edges can be repeated. That's all about the graph. So we have seen. So that's all about the graph. That much you are needed in your theory of computation. We have said what is directed graph. Directed graph means unique order pair of vertices. In undirected graph, unique unorder. We are not taking any order. Any graph, it consists of vertices and edges, and a map how a vertices can be moved with to next vertices through that edge is said by what? Map. Degree means which all edges is coming to the vertex, that is called what? Degree. All we can another wise says that V1 is the end vertex. How many, for how many edges V1 is the how many edge, for how many edges a vertex is the end vertex, that is called also degree of the graph. That is for how many edges, for how many coming edges that vertex is the end vertex, that is also called degree of the graph. Both we can say. It is simple to think like this. How many edges are coming to a vertex, that is called what? Degree of the vertex. Then it is connected. If there is a path between every pair of vertices, then it is connected, otherwise not connected. Circuit means start from a vertex, end with that same vertex, and no edge and vertices are repeated, and there must be a edge between two corresponding pair of vertices, and that is called what? Circuit in a graph. That's all. Thank you. Clearly listen to my lectures. You have studied graph, some more concept. I think some more extra concept when nonlinear data structure is taken by your miss, that is Miss. But you need only up to this in theory of computation. That is why I am cutting shorted. So thank you all. Keep practicing, keep safe, stay healthy.